If your lead magnet is a recipe book, calorie calculator, workout guide, or any of those type of things, then I've got some bad news for you. It's not 2018 anymore. The lead magnet landscape has shifted. Here's my art to illustrate this point. The main thing I want to get across is your audience knows ChatGPT exists and they don't need any more information. It's just boring. The world is drowning in information. What people crave now is an experience. And this is going to do a few things for your business. So those things I mentioned at the beginning, recipe books, workout guides, ultimate guides to fat loss. I think I even had a ultimate chest building guide at one point. And actually, do you know what? It worked really well. But those days are gone now. The days of being able to take a picture of your breakfast, throw it up online, and then have people reach out to inquire to work with you are over. People need more upfront. They need more of an experience before they even decide to take an action on what it is they want help with. People don't really need any more information. They need personalization, they need direction, they need a diagnosis, and they need clarity on what the next steps are. Your audience expects to be impressed from that first interaction. And I don't think that's too much to ask. I feel it's the buy-in level for these days for getting people interested in what you do. There's more coaches out there than ever at the moment. There's more people online more than ever. So in order to gain that attention and bring it into your space, you have to be doing more than just showing up with your next lovely PDF. So what do lead magnets actually look like in 2026? Well, within Strong Collective Mentoring, we've been building these out for the last year, really. We've been building out immersive experiences where people can click through to a software, gain immediate diagnosis on a problem that they're struggling with right there and then, and the next steps for them to take before being nurtured through a process and a system afterwards. We don't really build lead magnets anymore. We term them as signal shift magnets. So what we're doing is we're getting your audience, your perfect people, to signal an intent in a shift in what they want to make. So where they are currently, they need to get somewhere else. Your lead magnet tools should be providing them the first step to do this. We term these things as the mini experiences that over deliver instantly. We've got a few examples that I can show you here. We've got the Body Vision AI lead generation tool that we've created that gives people a glimpse into the future, if you like, where they can see themselves at a certain body fat percentage, but they can also get an idea of how long it's going to take to get there and also the steps to start them off. We created multiple dietary pattern diagnosis systems, which basically enable someone to understand why something keeps failing, why they have to keep restarting a cycle, and gives them clear, actionable steps that they can take away right there and then to get moving with their goal. And that sets you up as the coach who's delivered this, as the expert, and delivers huge amounts of authority over a 47-page PDF guide made in Canva that no one's ever going to open or look at. We've also designed and created multiple different menopause frameworks, softwares, assessments, because this is an emerging field that we know a lot of people are stepping into at the moment. And there's also a lot of stuff within that field that doesn't really fit right with that audience. And by creating these tools, it again enables the coach to position themselves as a level of authority and an expert in this area before someone's even taken a step towards working with them. So why do these work? Well, like we've mentioned previously, they give an element of authority to the person behind them who's created them. They signal that you understand the audience better than themselves, maybe than themselves that they understand. It feels more advanced as well, the way that they go through this process. It also filters out those who are a bit more serious. So people who are going to give you a little bit more of intent on their decisions, they are better quality leads in essence. So by getting this signal of intent, it showcases an element of effort from your audience. There's an intent there that they want to change, they want to make a difference, and you then get better quality lead flow, which means that you're building your own ecosystem full of people who aren't just there for free stuff. Okay. One thing I want to highlight with these, as you probably get an idea from the examples that we showed, is you might be thinking, I'm not technical whatsoever. I'm no idea how to get started with this stuff. This is the amazing thing. You don't have to have this understanding of how all these different softwares work. We can build these things within a number of hours. As long as we have the right inputs and frameworks to get you ahead, to get you started, you'd be surprised how much you can get done in half a day. You can't build these things in Canva, nor would I want to. And that's good, because this is why it stands out. I don't see many other coaches out there in this space doing this stuff at the moment. They're still harping back to the old branded documents that you can get that look the same as everyone else's, and it does nothing for your brand position. There's no coding experience or a qualification required for this kind of stuff. You can build it with some AI tools that we help you with. It can be done, like I say, in an afternoon. It's not really about the tech, it's about the pre-planning before it that enables you to then go to these softwares, input what you want, and then do a few tweaks afterwards. The only things that we look for when we're going through this process with coaches is we have a framework that we use to design a project requirements document, and this captures all of the data, all the information we need to be able to then take it to one of the tools that we use to plug that in and start to get a draft version created. And then from there, we can go back and forth and we can refine and adjust and tweak as needed to get it into a fully customizable working tool that really acts as that first impression when someone comes into your business. And that's what we're looking for here. We're not just looking for things that capture leads, right? We're looking for someone to have an amazing experience with you as their first ever touch point. That is incredible. And in this current marketplace, these experiences are only becoming more and more important because people are needing that first experience. Otherwise, they'll be off to someone else looking for the next shiny thing, right? This is what we help coaches with when they come and work with us when we're building out lead magnets now. And it's also what we're doing within our Magnetize Your Market 2-week workshop, where we help you to build out this whole process from start to finish across the whole 2 weeks. Not only are we helping you build the tool that's going to help solve these problems for your audiences and enable you to generate more lead flow, more high quality lead flow, we also help you plan out what that idea is, and we go through the process of how that works, because the idea is the big thing. Lots of this technology now can help you to build these things pretty much on its own. So what that means is the idea becomes more important. So you can spend more time thinking about the idea that's going to have the biggest impact for you and your business and help your audience. That's what we help you with. Then we take that idea and we can create it and bring it to life. After we brought it to life, we need a process to surround the idea and the actual tool itself. So we're going to then build out the process to help people and nurture those people through a follow-up system. Because I speak to a lot of coaches on a weekly basis. I'd say 90% don't have this in place. They have social media, they might have an email list that they might use occasionally, they might have a YouTube, they might have a podcast, whatever it is, but nothing is really doing the job of nurturing. And that is the biggest thing that I see is missing from this space. You've either got something that can project and you can put stuff out there, and you've got things that you can then send long form to an audience, but you haven't got anything that's doing the job of nurturing. So that's what we build with Magnetize Your Market. We create this tool for you, but then there's another part of the process that's needed to be able to take that stranger through a series of touch points that connects with you, showcases you as an authority, you're an expert, backs it up with social proof. All of that does the job of this really amazing touch point as a first port of call. And that's the thing that's going to stand you out in front of all the other people out there, the thousands of other coaches that you're up against. So with that in mind, this will help you to identify what the right tool is for the business. You can then, like I say, the build is probably the fastest bit. We then look at how you install that nurture sequence that we help you with, and then we check that it's actually working, running, and ultimately converts properly later down the line. So I just want to leave you with, like, if your first impression looks like a PDF from 2016, then you've got a little bit of catching up to do. So if you do want any more information about Magnetize Your Market, the link to join the waitlist is in the description below. And if this kind of stuff piques your interest and you want to learn more about how we build these custom tools and ecosystems and ultimately make marketing feel good for you and your business, then be sure to subscribe for more videos coming like this soon.